Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, welcome back. I was trying to make this thing work, and I like screwed it up somehow. But
I'm not really sure what you did.
I just put dye in. That was it.
I don't know how you fucked this up so bad.
I don't know how I did either. I'm trying to set it up in the colors of the rainbow.
Oh.
I just fell down. But I mean, that shouldn't have anything to do with why. Like, one of your filler blocks, like, clearly did not like me. And it was like, see you later.
I don't know why that happened. It's weird.
Green, blue. This seems to be working. God, I keep falling off the edge. I know that there's a hole there, and I'm like, I'll just avoid the hole. Fall.
Where are you falling? Oh, right there. Yeah. Yep.
What is indigo? Purple? What's purple? We need purple and violet. So we need like magenta and violet, but we're not going to have that, are we?
No. Well, there's a purple.
Huh? There is a purple. We don't have any.
Yeah, you need to make it.
What's purple made from?
Red and blue.
Seems wasteful. We don't have that much red.
Yeah, because that's the first one I'm putting in. I'm going to need to go get more red.
So, I realized that this idea is not going to work like I thought it would.
What idea?
So, I turned all these hoppers this way. We need another row of hoppers if we want that to work. Where you at?
What do you mean we need another row of hoppers? Where? When? Why?
Where are you at?
I'm right here.
Are you up with me? Are you? Oh, there you are.
Right.
These hoppers, I spaced them all this way so that when it was done, all the excess would come to the end, so we could more easily sort. These things, this locks the hoppers.
Right, but it won't.
It will lock. So that's why we have a dye stuck like right here. Right, I have some green dye stuck right here because it was locked at the time. And then my blues kind of went down here.
Why is it locked?
Because that's the way it's supposed to work. It's supposed to lock the hopper so nothing falls down into it. That's how the sorting system works. Normally, they're facing this way and go into their respective chests. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I just need to turn these back out this way and then put another line of hoppers that go that way if we want to make that sort.
Yeah.
So it's not like the end of the world. It's just
right. It's a lot of hoppers.
Yeah, it's decent amount of hoppers.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get more red dye.
Okay, I'm gonna rehopperize.
Rehopperize. So I get more blue too.
Need more blue.
Keep running back and forth to there.
So what kind of equipment did you get for your wireless routers?
I got it is called a TP-Link wireless in router.
TP-Link.
Yep. It is $30 on Amazon, and it has 4 different router modes already just built in easily in the thing.
Like what?
So you can easily
point, repeater bridge.
Yep.
Repeater.
Yeah. So that's really convenient because you just plug it in, set it as an access point, so that your main router is still controlling the DHCP portion of stuff. And it just works. The only complaint I'll have about it so far is that it did not have a like the screw holes for wall mounting it built in.
Oh, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, because I wanted to wall mount it.
Yeah, I definitely need that because I'm thinking about what routers I'm going to go, how I'm going to set my house up right now. And they're wired. Do they also work as wireless repeaters as well as wired repeaters? Like you do have 4 and more like wired ports now in each of those rooms. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I have my current house set up, just with one router downstairs and one router upstairs. But I want to do it on a more grand scale, like you just did in the new house.
Right. Yeah. They're literally the cheapest ones on Amazon that I could find. So $30, and you know, it's not like it's like 3.11 or whatever the fuck the old um network speed was. I don't think it was. I don't think it was those numbers. I think those numbers are way wrong. But you know what I mean. Like it's current gigahertz.
Have you checked? Have you checked and seen your done speed tests and made sure it's
Yeah,
pretty up
I
to
have.
snuff?
So like her Chromebooks don't have an Ethernet port. By the way,
Nope.
found that out today. Because I went to go like move all her stuff. Excuse me, back to her playroom for her school stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring an Ethernet cable back there. I'll just plug it right in the router. That way, I don't even worry about how good the wireless is.
I'm stealing
yeah.
someone's cobble, by the way.
What'd you say?
I'm stealing someone's cobble, by the way. I just need more cobble.
But yeah, I did not realize they do not have the Ethernet port. But yeah, so I did a speed test on the wireless. I get, on a wired connection, I get 450 down, 40 up, 30 up, something like that. In her room on the wireless test, it was 120 down and the same amount of up that I always get. So I think that's reasonable.
What
right?
do you get in a wireless connection? Parts of your house that the wireless did work on though.
On my other router that's right beside me right now, when I connect with the 5 gigahertz, it's a little bit faster than that. It's like 200 or something like that. But on my just normal connect, so the other day, whenever she was still in the living room at the Lego desk there, her teacher kept kind of cutting in and out, and I was wondering, I was like, is that us or is that her? And so that's when I did a speed test on my phone on just a regular internet connection, and that's only like 20 down, 20 up. So then I switched her in here to the 5G, but there's not options on the other router than the $30 router. It's just what it is. You have one connection type. It's not broadcasted on multiple bands, and whatever that band is that is broadcasting on, like I said, is about 100 down. So seems good.
It's good enough for what you needed.
Yeah. I can't imagine needing more than that for anything, really. Netflix, anything, right?
I mean, not yet. One day,
maybe someday. Yeah. Yeah.
The day that I can't wait till we're having this conversation, recording, Minecraft season 32, and you're like, I'll get under the house and put the Cat 13 cable in.
If I can't find someone to get under the house when I'm talking like that, I just won't do it. By then, my daughter will be old enough. Yesterday, she was like, asking why I was moving so slow and shit, and I'm like, I'm dying, and I did this for you.
Cone's like doing a dance. He's like, la, da, da, da.
Yeah. And I told her, I was like, I should just made you get under the house, because she's like, you went under the house? I'm like, yeah, under the house. She's like, what's it like?
Whenever I have to get on the roof or anything, my son's always like, I want to go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember being like that as a kid too. My dad's on the roof. I'm like, the fucking roof, let's go. But it's same with under the house. Back then, it was like, this is fun.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
I'm convinced if I showed her underneath the house, the first image I saw when I pulled open that door, and it just looked like you couldn't see the other wall through all the cobwebs, basically. There's no way anyone would want to go under there. But all the spiders are dead. I don't know what happened to them. Something bigger ate them, I guess.
COVID.
Need to worry about whatever that was. Yeah, COVID got them.
All the spiders. To COVID.
I did see one spider when I was coming in, and after that, none. Whenever Cone was drilling the holes through the floor, this is before I'd gone to the house. I was like, listen, we got to get all the holes drilled, all the wire pushed in, and all that before I'm getting under this house. So we got everything done, but in my living room, he drills a hole in the floor, and immediately a spider runs up and runs under the baseboard. Or like, not baseboard. What is it when it connects to the wall?
Yeah, baseboard.
It is baseboard. Yeah. Okay. And he's like, you're gonna have fun going underneath this house. But it wasn't bad under there at all. And honestly, having that full bodysuit did help. It made me feel less like I was touching anything. You know what I mean?
It made me feel like less of a man.
And my masculinity is not going to be judged on this for sure.
My dignity was right inside that suit.
Yeah, it was great, honestly. Did I tell you about? So there, I towards the last wire, the wires in the house got tangled, and so I couldn't pull them through the floor anymore. And Cone was on the other end of the house waiting for me to push that last wire. And I'm on this side of the house trying to pull wire. And so I'm laying there on the ground just going, Cone, hey. And I'm thinking, like, eventually he's going to sit back there and go, all right, he ain't showing up. I need to go see what's going on. Because I don't want to crawl all the way out of the house because it was so hard to get back to the point where I'm at, underneath where I'm sitting right now. Got to cross over the main, like, sewage pipe and all this. Like, and any bit of movement down there, like, my knees are just destroyed. Because I swear this clay has formed into glass shards at this point. It was at some point hot magma, and now it is solidified into glass shards. So I'm just laying down there, and he finally comes in here and realizes what's going on. And so he's in here trying to get the wires untangled, and they're 100-foot Cat 6 cables. So there was probably 50
you just went
foot.
straight up like 100-foot apiece. You didn't like run from a spool.
No, I didn't run from a spool because I didn't want to. I've never crimped. What's the crimped? Yeah, I've never crimped Cat 6 before. I remember doing it with Cat 5 way back in the day. But I was like, I don't know how these wires are different. I don't want to learn. I'm just gonna buy coupled wires.
Google.com.
Nope. Not. I don't want to fuck it up. I want to buy something that I just know it works. All right. So that's what I did. I bought the already crimped wires, and so yeah, the 100-foot spools, and that was overkill for a lot of the spaces, not for the furthest one and stuff. But yeah, he's in here trying to untangle, and I'm just laid out on the floor underneath the house at this point. And it took him like probably 20 minutes. And he said he was stressed out the whole time because he knew I was just underneath the house, like dead, basically, while he's doing this. And so he finally gets it all sorted in here. And he's like, all right, you can start pulling it again. And so I roll over off my back. And I did not realize how bad I was sweating inside of these two suits. But the hood was only in the outer suit. The like white suit was the only one that had a hood. That's why I bought the white suit as well, to cover my head. And also like the ends of the arms and the legs like have like an elastic, so it was like tight, you know. Whereas the mechanic suit was just, you know what a mechanic suit's like. Mm-hmm. So that's why I got both of them to like be double covered. Well, when I roll over, I'd been sweating so bad inside of this hood that it sloshed. It was like a puddle that my head was laying in. I didn't even realize it. It was awful. It was just like, yeah. And when I finally got done and got out, I'm out there on the porch taking everything off, and Cone is just like, oh my God, it's a different color. And the whole mechanic suit, head to foot, was soaking wet. You could wring the sweat out of it. So yeah. What's funny is when I had gout, my foot are swollen and they're hurting. And whenever I went to go underneath the house, I could barely get my shoes on. I'm wearing my farming shoes or whatever. And the hard time getting them on. And that night I couldn't, and that morning too, I could not get my flip-flops on them. My feet were just too swollen. After sweating so fucking hard underneath the house, whenever we left here to go to PDQ, I just slipped my flip-flops right on. It's like I sweated all that swelling just out of me, basically.
How much did you spend on your cables? Because I did the same thing a couple of years ago. I bought 100-foot cables, like pre-crimped, because they were like pretty cheap, just to do my 4 PoE security cameras. And for the ones in the back of the house, it's still overkill. I probably only needed like 75 feet, but I got a coil. For the ones that are in the front of the house, it literally, like where my NVR system sits is, 10 feet from the front door. But it was easier to buy 4 100-foot rolls. So it got like literally 90 feet of cable rolled and just behind the entertainment center.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like the one that goes into my living room. My living room is the next room over. So probably 15 feet away. So yeah, there's definitely, and then my kitchen too. There's both of those. There's 80 foot of excess cable for sure. But they were $12 each. Okay. And I bought 5 of them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy 12 each for 5. Okay, because I've been looking at there's like a 500 foot spool for like $60, or it's a kit with a 500-foot spool and the crimper set for like $60, and I was like, I think this is what I want to do for the house, because I'm gonna try to run Ethernet ports, maybe, whether I'm gonna do a port or not. I kind of would almost rather go with just throw another router in the room instead of putting like a wall plate for an Ethernet, because then I have access to 4 jacks and a wireless repeater at that point. Yeah, I almost think that's the better route to go. And I don't necessarily need them in every room, but I figured, might as well put them in,
That's how I kind of went with it. I was like, I don't need a router in every room, but like, why not? I mean, they're $30 each.
It's only $30. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's breaking the bank there.
Right. And I was like, I will definitely always have signal. It will never be a question of, do I have wireless signal here?
And I'm assuming you named them all the SSIDs the same, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a roaming.
Right.
I think the thing that's really hard about that, what I've learned having a system like that, but with only 2, is I don't know how yours were, but mine, the way I've always done it, I have to manually set the IP first, and then I go into a router and tell it not, to not be a DHCP server to retrieve from the other one. I don't think there's the option that it had, but the thing is, there's no way then to directly plug into it anymore and easily know what IP address I set to it, because you have to set it to something because the router itself doesn't get a DHCP.
Right, because it's just an access point. I did not do that. I just set it to an access point, and this router in here set to DHCP, to assign DHCP, to assign IPs dynamically.
How do you access that router if you ever need to again?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I've run into that before where I'm like, something went down with the router and I'm trying to like troubleshoot, and I'm like, oh, maybe the secondary router's got like a problem, and I'm like, what the hell did I set that IP address to? Like, I can't remember.
Right. I probably should take the time to do that. Actually, now that you're saying that, I couldn't think of a scenario where I
put
would
them on the front.
yeah, just label them. Yeah. Because honestly, I guess you could figure it out with trial and error, right? You log into this 192 address, and then because the passwords are all the same on all the routers, at least I've set them all the same.
Right. Well, I've always set mine to have my DHCP server for wireless, or a DHCP server run from like 192.168.1.50 on. So I set everything I need statically in somewhere in the 0 through 50 range, so I know it'll never get like overwritten.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I don't remember what I know. The one downstairs is .2, but if I have like 5 of them, they're probably gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would guess, but it'd be
right.
A lot easier.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like for instance, like with my DHCP, I haven't set a range, so it's probably starting at 2.
But that's hard because I'm wondering if those routers are pulling a DHCP.
Yeah, I'm sure the access point's getting assigned an IP address. I'm sure it is.
Interesting.
I think.
Well, the access points, yeah, they have to have an IP address. I just wonder how they're getting it. If they're just getting it through the standard DHCP, maybe it will work like that. Maybe I'm just using an old school way of doing it, and I've just never changed.
Like, let me try. Just go into like a 192. The thing is, I don't know if it's .168.1 or .0.
Well, you can do an IP config and easily figure that out.
Yeah, I just don't want to do that while recording.
Why not? Just also do a Google house, check my home on the map right there, have it zoomed in.
Let me try 1.1, see what I get. So that 1.1 is my default router in here.
Right.
So then let's see what 1.2 is. I guess the problem here is it could be like that could be any of my computers.
Right, and that's why I was wondering, because you might need to know what those routers are in the future. Granted, now with technology, I bet if you log into your 1.1 console, you can get a client list, and it'll probably say like, oh, blah, 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 access point. Yeah, it'll probably say that today's day and age.
Right. Yeah, I don't know my Linksys login in here, or I would do that right now and actually just see if I see it.
It's not admin password.
Yeah, it was funny when I installed the new routers. All of them are admin. Username and passwords, admin. Yep. I was like, well, that's great.
I think I got this working now.
Okay.
Even taking the stairs just because. But yeah, I just added an extra row of hoppers on each side, and in theory, that should make it so.
Well, there's nothing down here. Have you?
I just put them on, so everything that was in there would have cleared out. So if I were to go to like, well, let's even see if it works. Do you got this thing set up? Oh no, we don't have it all done yet.
Is it yellow? Okay, there's a yellow here. I'll put a yellow in right here.
Well, you put a yellow at the beginning of the chain.
I did.
Okay.
And it did trigger. Did you get yellow down here?
Not yet. I don't see the yellow.
It's still stuck in this hopper right here, which I thought it would be because the hopper doesn't turn off.
It does. They trigger when it clicks.
Does it need a longer delay.
God, if they really need a longer delay, are they a 2-tick delay and a hopper system?
Might be, because that sure didn't work.
You're right. Hold on, let's see. Hopper sorting system, Minecraft. If it's a 2-tick delay, we got to go fix that because I did not make it 2 ticks on any of them.
Hell.
I'm watching somebody's video.
I bet it's got to be.
As soon as it gets to the point where they put these things down.
It's funny because, like, I did system administration for years. I've set up tons of large networks for business, and I've forgotten everything, basically, is what it comes down to. Like, when I was deciding, all right, so I got the internet coming into my house. Do I take it from the modem into the switch and then into my routers, or into my first router, into my switch, and then out to the other routers, or what? And, like, just working that out, like, I don't know. I've just forgotten everything I ever knew. It feels like, basically. I guess that's like an example of why you need recertifications for things, because people just forget shit.
I looked up sorter system, hopper sorter system, and all these things are non-hopper sorter systems. Like, I don't understand why. Why is this one showing up? I specifically said hopper sorting system. Okay.
You can easily test it. Just change it to 2 ticks and see if it fucking works.
So I'm looking at this guy's though, and the setup one is not set to 2 ticks.
Was everything else the same?
Also, it doesn't look like they're set to the minus mode.
All the comparators?
Yeah.
Well, this does work the way it is, for whatever it's worth.
The red's got 2 or 1 less object in it than it's supposed to.
It didn't a second ago.
Oh, we just both put 1 in.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Well, that did trigger.
It did trigger.
Did the red get sent?
I don't know. Nope, it's stuck in this locked hopper.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with the comparator.
Okay, so let me I will set the red to a 2-tick delay then, and then put it up here. It is not in here.
I just threw a yellow in there, and it's still in there.
There's a yellow down at the end here.
There's a yellow in there?
Yeah. There's not the red, though.
What the fuck happened to the red?
I don't know. I have no idea what happened to the red. It's like gone. It turned into a yellow one?
I just threw another red in there.
It did not come to the end.
Where's it going?
I don't know. Oh, they're coming down here. We haven't finished putting these spots in yet.
Oh.
But wait, should that be the case though? Why would it go that way? Why would it ever go that way?
Is it because your comparator that you changed?
You know what? It might be. It might be. If you...
Okay, I've changed it back.
Okay, now put it in. Nope, it's here again. Why would it ever go sideways?
I don't know.
Because it's not going sideways across the top, is it?
Oh, is it because...
Or did it go sideways across the top? Did it not drop straight down? Did it go left?
It didn't. It did not. Is it because... Do you have another hopper?
No. I'm going to make one.
Yeah, if you put another hopper on the end of this, does it work...
Yo, just put a chest
differently if it's not the first one?
Put a chest on top? No, I guess it doesn't work. Man, I need wood. Jesus Christ, I don't have any more wood.
I got 3.
There we go. That's enough. No, it's not. Fuck, I'm 1 short. Here, I'm taking one of these. Why did we build these? Was it for a skeleton?
I don't know what that was for.
I am extremely confused, but I'm hoping, yeah, it's just your quick delay thing. So put this first, just to like that, right?
Yeah. Sounded like that worked.
It did sound like it worked.
Yeah, it's not. It's not down here. Is it over here? It's not over here either, though.
What the?
Maybe it hasn't made it there yet. It's possible. Well, no, it's not down there. It's in this hopper still. And yeah, that's on a 2 tick now, right? It is.
Yeah. There's something about 116 hoppers or sorting systems. You know what's funny is the sorting system I'm looking at right now, it's only 2 hoppers tall.
I'm trying to remember the one that we made.
But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I think he's got, though, it's chests on top with... Oh, it's an item thing with chests on top. Never mind, so that's why.
Is the comparator in the mix doing something different to not make this redstone? Like, does this repeater light up?
Let me see. If you put something in...
You down where you can see it?
Wait,
I'm on
the wrong side.
Yeah.
Oh, look at, yeah. You put something in. Stare at this other side of this for a while. Okay, I can see the repeater and the redstone. Go for it. Yep, lights up. It untriggers this thing real quick, too. This redstone torch untriggers, which should, in theory, unlock it. So if you do it again... It'll probably work because there's one. The one will release. Yeah, the one released. It's not there anymore.
Well, that's kind of annoying.
I don't remember that being the way that it was, though.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe you get one in there.
Here, and
it doesn't matter.
Let's do a full 4.
Like 4 red.
No, I did a 4 tick delay.
Oh, I see.
Nope, it's still locked in there. So this repeater delay isn't changing anything with how long this pulse is for.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to have one of each die in the thing below it.
I mean, we already got 18, so is that really, I guess, that big of a deal?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, then it is what it is. And maybe I'll work on filling these. Jesus, I fell off. In between these episodes, so that we can get to the aesthetics and get to actually playing the lottery.
Yeah, we gotta make that money.
Episodes. Yeah, exactly. Gotta rig the lottery. We'll have it where there's only possible 4 combinations, and we're the ones that got that ticket.
We always know it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys. See ya.